Welcome back to my channel. I'm Sigourney Rosario, helping you to boss up in business, in self-love, and in faith. Welcome back. So today we are talking about 5 mistakes. 5 mistakes that you want to avoid when you are trying to submit up your package for OTS. So if you're interested, stay tuned and let's go ahead and hop into the video. Number 1, the biggest mistake I've seen is comparing yourself to others. We all do it. I did it as well, and it's just not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for you. You cannot compare yourself to other people. Not only is it going to induce stress, it's going to cause you to worry. It's going to cause you to just be more anxious than you need to be, and it's just not healthy for you. So don't compare your journey to anybody else. Know that your timing is your timing. Everybody's story is different. You want to make sure that you are putting together the best package for you, and even if you don't get in, you can always submit a package every single year. You can submit it once every single year until they say, we done seen this package multiple times. Let's just go ahead and give him the rank. Give her the rank. Because, golly, they keep submitting it up. Yeah. I know people that have been accepted on their 3rd time, their 4th time, their 5th time, because they did not give up. So do not feel like it's not for you. Again, take away that comparison. You're going to kill it and you're going to crush it. Number 2, another mistake I see is people think that the Afoqt is everything. I'm one of them that thought the same thing, y'all. So if you go back and look at all my previous videos, I literally walk you through my true emotions of taking the Afoqt. I share my highs, my lows, all that is definitely in the series. So make sure you go all the way back and look back at that. But y'all, I scored average. I scored 40s, 50s, 60s. That was pretty much my range. I think it was like 60, 50, 40, 50, 60. That was pretty much my range. So I knew that, you know, this isn't my strong point. We passed. We did. But I didn't score like straight 90s across the board. So you have to realize that, again, they are looking for different things. It is not just the test. It is not just the test. It is not just the test. If you were able to pass the test, congratulate yourself, because most people are not able to even pass the test. I know people, and I keep saying this because, again, I'm in so many different Facebook groups when it comes down to OTS. They scored the bare minimum. They scored the bare minimum. And what they doing? Still getting rank. Still getting rank. Still getting that lieutenant, that 2nd lieutenant rank. Because they had a strong package leaning towards leadership or leaning towards schooling or like the Afoqt, yes, study, yes, go hard for it, but I just want you to realize that it is not everything. If you have high 90s and you don't have no leadership, no community involvement, nothing else, then it's just like your package is weak. Yes, you're a good test taker, but you don't have everything else that they're looking for. So just be mindful of that. Number 3, this is the biggest issue. One of the biggest issues I've seen, y'all. You cannot rush it. You can't rush it. What I mean by that is when it comes down to this package, it is so detail oriented, y'all. It's crazy. It is crazy how detail oriented this package is. It is like, imagine six packages put together. So imagine this one has 10 documents, this one has 20, this one has 30, this one has 10, this one has 2, this one has 6. All these different packages all in one package. That is your OTS package. That is a great example of what it actually is. It is so many details. It's crazy. It's mind-blowing, actually. I don't even know how I did it, but what I did was I took a package at a time. So this first package, when that was good, check. Second package was good, check. 3rd, check. 4th, check. 5, check. 6 checks, and then we submitted everything all up together. You have to take it day by day, step by step. A lot of the packages, you are waiting on other people. So it's not just your accomplishments and everything. You have to get medically cleared, and I didn't even want to talk about that. That was a whole ordeal within itself. But you have to get medically cleared. They have to submit up their stuff. You got to get your leadership. They have to submit up their stuff. Your supervisor has to submit up your stuff. So you're waiting on people. So you're in limbo. But the biggest thing is you have to make sure you're taking your time. You need to make sure it's in the correct order. If it is not in the correct order, y'all, the OTS people, the people who are submitting it to the board, they won't even submit up your package. They literally told us if anything is incorrect, we do not have time. We don't have time to call you and correct your package. If this is MFR is in the wrong, if it was supposed to be document 3 and it's document 4, this is incorrect. And unfortunately, your package has not even been submitted to the board. I literally sat down, read the guidance line from line to line to line to line. And it's big. It ain't no little, it's a big document. And I read every single word of that document with my highlighter, and every single time it said, do not do this, do not do that, do not do this, do not do that, I highlighted it because I knew when it's time to submit it up, I'm not going to be thinking about what they said in this package. Like, I'm not going to be, you know what I mean? Like, when you're trying to wait on stuff and you're waiting on this and you're putting together stuff, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of moving pieces. So I highlighted it so I can come back to that section and, oh, they told me not to put this before that. Oh, they told me not to fill that out. Oh, they told me to leave that blank. They told me not to answer this, because there would be questions on the package and you're thinking you have to answer those questions until you refer to the guidance, and the guidance says leave that portion blank. So if you did not read the guidance and remind yourself that it was blank, the OTS board doesn't even review it, does not even submit up your package. So again, take your time, take your time, take your time. The fourth issue is trying to be perfect. I talked about this in an earlier video, but again, y'all, you have to realize they are going through packages, 50 packages every single day. All these generals are sitting down going through these packages. So every single person is the best person. Every single person, you know, had the perfect life. When they read a person who's an immigrant, or the person who had a dad on drugs, a mom on drugs, or anything like that, that's going to stop their attention. They're going to be like, let me read a little bit more about this person. So I'm not saying that you have to show up and just tell all your trauma and everything. But what I'm saying is you have to tell your story. You have to lead with your story, your personality, and it could literally be anything. I don't care if your goldfish died at the age of 6. Was it traumatizing for you? Did you have to go through it? All right, we're going to include it, okay? If you ain't never had nothing happen to you and you just that perfect, tell the story about the goldfish and how you saw his little body floating around. And you know what? You was like, you know what? I feel bad for that goldfish. I feel bad. I want to make a difference in the life of that goldfish by serving my country. Look, you got to use what you can. I feel like all of us have been through something, and the stories that I hear, I just know nobody has lived a perfect life. It could be you have an autistic child. It could be you grew up with only one parent. It could be your sister died when you were 6. It could be anything. And again, you don't want to dump all of your trauma into your OTS package, but you want to tell a story. You gotta tell a story. So for me, my story is my mom passed away when I was 7. She was 29, working for NASA. She was an engineer and she was working for space, and in her sleep she had a heart attack and seizure and passed away, unfortunately. So that is my story. That is my why. That's why I serve. And that's my reasoning for wanting to join. So you have to figure out your why and just tell the story. It also could be maybe you have a veteran in your family who encouraged you, who inspires you. That's also something I included as well, because my grandmother did serve in the Army. She was one of the top people who were the nurses. So she was a part of the WAPS, if you ever heard of it. Definitely a huge accomplishment for her. So that's something else I included. But you definitely want to tell a story, and you want to make sure it's personable. The fifth thing I would tell you that you do not want to do when it comes down to OTS is wait to the last moment. I talked about this in an earlier video. The biggest thing is, y'all, everything that could go wrong goes wrong. Unfortunately, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I was waiting on transcripts. I was waiting on people to come back from leave. I was waiting on people to get my stuff back to me in time. People operate on their own schedule. Medical, leadership, everybody has their own thing going on. So you can't expect everybody to move with a sense of urgency that you have about your package. So you have to make sure you give people a heads up, especially when it starts getting to that group level, wing level, because them folks be busy. I don't know what they got going on up there, but them folks be busy, okay? So you gotta let them know, hey, I know you seen, reminder, I know you seen my little package now, okay? Do not play with me. You know, obviously a little bit more formal. But you just want to make sure that you are carving out time, because my lieutenant colonel, he was actually about to retire. So when I tell you I was pushing to the last moment, babes, yeah, because you was not going to retire without this package signature, sir. It was sick. Not me holding up his retirement. It was. Don't. Come on, man, sir. I need you to sign on the dotted lines before you retire, sir. Like, you have to make sure you are accounting for everything, and everybody has their own life. Everybody has stuff going on. You have to schedule interviews with so many different people who want to make sure you're a good candidate. So again, y'all, just don't wait till the last moment. Do not do it to yourself. You want to be calm. You want to make sure you have everything ready. You want to just, center yourself before you submit this package, because it is a big deal. If you need encouragement, or you know somebody else that may need a little bit of encouragement, please write into my foundation, Letters for Life, where you receive a free handwritten letter of encouragement back to you. As always, I love you, but most importantly though, God loves you. I will see y'all in my next video. Peace.